Are you constantly, you're laughing already, feeling disappointed in your relationship, like you're always let down?
Do you feel like your partner's never stepping up to the plate? Do you feel like he or she is always coming up short with your expectations?
And I feel like the answer that you're expecting for us is
Yeah.
justifications as to why you should feel that way. And we are here to just offer something different.
A little different perspective.
Hi, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Tate.
And we are love and relationship coaches. And we are here to guide couples through the murky waters of relationship to come back to finding that spark again. So if you are struggling, if you maybe forgot why you even fell in love in the first place, we're here for you.
So like us, follow us, comment. If any of this resonates with you guys, engage. We're here for you.
And if not, you could just turn this video off now. So back to our topic. I mean, I will say, starting with myself, that I always, always felt let down in my past marriage. Always. Now, being able to take accountability, though, I will say that, there's different reasons why. Partial was unrealistic expectations. I think sometimes we set these crazy high bars for our partner, or even for other people. You probably do it to other people in your life. And there's this thing in some self-protection of they could never do the thing that you want them to do or to the degree you want them to do. So they're always going to let you down. You're setting them up for failure. I mean, I always did that for my ex, set them up for failure. So I could justify like, see, of course you let me down. But it's the protection for me, because it's like if I could call out that he's going to let me down, it's almost like I could save myself from being hurt that he let me down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's very complex. I think in a broad general statement of what it feels like, we all are in our own heads, right? We come home and there's stuff to be done at night with kids, with trash, with lunches, and all of it. There's, so in a general statement of, the expectation that we have is oftentimes not communicated, right?
That's the main.
We have this thing.
We want you to read our mind.
Right.
And then again, if you don't, you want to damn them for it. Like, see, you should have just known.
Yeah. And
there's no conversation.
A recipe for disaster. And many of us can resonate with that situation, right? Why didn't he know this? Why didn't she know this? She doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about me. What are we doing wrong? And the answer to that question is you're not either doing anything wrong. You're both just not communicating what it is that you actually expect of each other. And to top that off, there's got to be a level of trust, right? I trust that no matter what is going on during the day, she's got my best interests, and vice versa. I think that many couples
prioritize each other.
Many couples don't go through that process of like, oh, I wonder if they're going to do what I would want them to do. It's always a question, right?
Well, it's like we spoke on our video yesterday too, talking about when we want to be so independent too. We get into this independent, prioritizing self, and we're really looking out for ourselves, but we're expecting our partner to be looking out for us. We're not looking out for them. We're not going to do the thing for them. Or sometimes, I'll speak on this too for myself, it would be like, yeah, I'll do the thing I said I was going to do after you do it first. Let me see you do yours, but I'm not going to do mine. And then I'm going to be upset because you let me down, but I didn't do my end. And another huge thing that I think one of the foundations of our relationship that we're here to share with all of you is integrity. And I think everyone has a different meaning of integrity. And for us, integrity is you are your word. Your word and your action, it all is together. It always matches. In my past relationship that I learned, over and over and over was to start looking at the actions. The words never mattered. And, at a certain point, I knew, there was no trust there. There was no safety. And I would really, on my end, why do I need to show up when I knew what was happening with this person? But when you prioritize the other person, you care, and you start putting your actions to words, it absolutely changes everything. To where before we started this video and I came up with this topic, Tate said like, well, what are we speaking on? Because I don't have that problem. We don't have that problem. We're like, yeah, that's exactly what we're here to share is we don't have that problem anymore because of the work that we've put in.
Yeah. It's not that it's a problem. It's that it's been, again, when we first started seeing each other, there was hard conversations had about what we expected of each other. we both had been in relationships where we didn't do those things, and we wanted to make sure that in the next relationship we did those things. So we started off
in the beginning, we didn't necessarily measure up to that either. Again,
No.
we were both stuck in a protective zone. We really wanted this to work out, and we've both been through a lot, you know, and I'm sure all of you can resonate with that, whether it's been divorce or just other breakups and heartache. You really want the new love, you want to accept it, you want to have all those things, but that protection is always there. And when you are in that protective mode, you are constantly going to be looking to blame, looking to justify the blame, and again, have these expectations that your partner can't meet.
Right.
So
something we do with the kids a lot is I like to do is simple math. If it doesn't add up, it's not correct. And it's the same thing with, you know, actions, and like Tracy was saying, words and actions. If they don't add up, it's not, you know, it's not working. It's not, something's not right. So challenge I would have for both of you is, or the two of you, is to play the who goes first game, but you both do it, right? So everybody always goes first. If you think there's something that you need to fix, if you think the trash needs to go out, if you think the bed needs to be made, if you think the laundry needs to be folded, if you think the gas needs to be put in the wife's car, just do it. Go first and watch your relationship change. And when you both are